everyone at home, and welcome to your virtual field trip at the Ken Sealing Waterloo Region Museum. So today in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit about what people did for food 100 and 200 years ago. Because as you see behind me, most people 200 and 100 years ago were still farming, which meant that they were growing their own food. Now today, farmers still provide us with all of the food that we eat, but a long time ago, they weren't just growing food to sell, they were growing it for their families to eat as well. So you can see here we have some of the first plants that are coming up here. But as you glance around the rest of my garden, there's not a whole lot else growing. We've got lots of manure spread out to get the soil ready for plants, and some things are starting to come up. But you better hope that you saved enough food from the last year to get your family through the winter. Because you couldn't just go to the grocery store if your family ran out of food. You had to make sure that you saved enough food when it was growing in the spring and the summer and the fall to get you through that cold Canadian winter when nothing else was growing. So this door on the house here is a very special door because it allows me to go straight into my cellar without tracking the mud and the manure from my garden all the way through my house. So we would open up the big doors, and then we get to go downstairs. So welcome to our cellar. This is where we would store all of the food that we prepared in the summertime to get us through the long winter. 200 years ago, you might have stored your food in something like this, so that you had a skin over top to help keep it fresh inside. But by 100 years ago, most people were using jars like the one you see here. There's many different ways to preserve things. You can use vinegar, you can use sugar. We have everything from pickles that you might recognize to pickles you probably don't recognize. These are called an India pickle, so they're really spicy. Peaches, cherries, jams, chili sauce, all sorts of different things that you can store to keep you going through the winter. Now, by this time of year, however, it's been a long time since you had anything fresh. And you might be getting down to some really weird combinations that you're trying to keep going for your family. So what I invite you to do today is to do your own inventory. For many of us right now, we might not be going to the grocery store quite as often as we used to, so you might be getting to those things in the back of your cupboard that you never really use. So I invite you to do an entire inventory, find everything you have in your cupboard, and then see if you can come up with some interesting recipes using the things you don't normally use. Maybe get somebody to help you out. Pick 5 different items and see what you can create. Have fun!